Hey everyone, today we are back in the custom pack. This is standard custom packs and this is a very special one today. We've been building up to this because it's been over 32 days of Snob Golbera asking for a SeagullTomato build with either Mushroom Panther or Tardigrade. So the concept of the team is Seagull with Tomato and then have either a Tardigrade or a Panther Mushroom that will summon units. And then the Seagull will give them the tomato, and then you get your free snipes essentially. So the Panther Mushroom, really cool concept because it'll spawn a bunch of 1/1 Panthers that you can use your tomatoes with. Essentially make the 1/1 unit very much stronger than it would be normally. Kind of a different concept than than like using a turkey or an amalgamation. Instead, just give it a tomato, let it snipe. And the Tardigrade. The Tardigrade, of course, gives itself dazed when it's summoned, but if you override that daze with something, i.e. Anything from a seagull, a strawberry from a pheasant, what else we got? Oh man, I'm blanking out. I was going to say a chili from a tar, but nope, doesn't work like that. But yeah, any pet that will give it a perk upon summon, and then you can essentially get the infinite Tardigrade going with SeagullTomatoes, so that's great. So my goal in these runs was basically to either get one or the other going and go all in on it. And I know I've hammered it home for quite some time now, but the state of custom packs is rather a rough state right now. I was hoping that this team the goal is to preserve lives until the late game and then make a big pivot to the team. Obviously, you want to build the Seagull up to at least level 2 before you get the full synergy going. That way it can really pop off. And I struggled. I really struggled with it. It's one of the reasons we got to 32 days. Another reason is had some fun distractions in real life. Haven't been playing the game as much. Been playing a lot of Warcraft 3 actually. Shout out Grubby. And I'm a played a good amount of Blizzard games. Played World of Warcraft a good amount. So kind of follow that scene, and Grubby got all the WoW players into Warcraft 3. Been following that, having a ton of fun with it. If you're not familiar with Warcraft 3 and the custom games in Warcraft 3, basically every game that you play now is essentially a Warcraft 3 custom game. To me, it's kind of where it all started. And it's amazing. They still hold up, all the little custom games in Warcraft 3. There's some amazing stuff. So all that ramble to distract you from the fact that we got a mantis. So because I was struggling to do this, I told Snob maybe we have to do this the meta Brusk way. So obviously we're just having the mantis here to carry us along the way, to have a big unit. And the goal is to basically transform that mantis into one of the parts of the team, one of the keys of the team. So we gotta hit. And this pack, when I made this pack, I did it in a way that was just a big combination of tempo, stuff to invest in later, right? You can get a level 2 beta fish, pill it on a seagull that you bring in, or you can frog swap to a seagull, or tardigrade for that matter. There's the tardigrade. We have a bunch of stuff at 1.5. Fire ant, cow, all great options. Banana as well. So running these teams, one of the things that you need to do is as soon as you see one of the pets you want, you got to go all in on it, get as many stats as possible. Would have been nice to be able to take the banana there and then possibly go back mantis and get the monkey scaling on the tardigrade. But we're going all in on the mantis. Doing it the meta Brusk way. Doing it live. Wait, that's later today. I'm recording this Sunday before the Blind Weekly. So I probably had, I'd say maybe 25 runs or so in this pack. Probably going to show, I don't know, maybe a handful of runs, maybe 5 runs or so in the bonus clips, including one longer clip that I had a ton of hope for. Some of these runs, you know, they go down to 1 heart. You're on 3 or 4 trophies, and you just kind of hang around there long enough until things come together, and then you're like, wait a minute. So you're saying there's a chance. So yeah, pretty fun bonus clips. It shows you some of the devastation. Some of the, you know, you get some hope, and then you run into the dreaded all 50-50 team, and you're like, well, yeah, no chance against that. So we have 2 tier 3s on the team, so fainting a Kappa is kind of perfect. Check that. We have 1 tier 3 on the team. And we're going to use the Kets to level the hatching chick. So it's kind of the... yeah. I'm just going to keep repeating it. It's the Meta Brusk way. It's the way you want to get a team, you know, leveled up with certain specific pets. Well, yeah, if you go for a transform, you got to get very lucky. And if you just level a hatching chick up, you don't have to worry about buying chocolates and buying levels. You just let the hatching chick do the work for you. As we run into the enemy, I didn't notice that when I was editing. So we got the baboon. Baboon's gonna buff a tier 5 or 6, so the Kets, we don't really care about that. Seagull frozen. There's a panther as well. Level 2 tardigrade, not the biggest deal. Would rather have the seagull. Yeah, 5 gold left. We find the chocolate, so we can level the hatching chick, sell the Kets, buy the seagull, start getting levels on the seagull. So at this point, when you buy the seagull, you don't have any equipment. We have 3 hearts left. We need 4 wins. We're probably going to start losing. Elephant Puffer, they don't have a lot of stats, but between the Chili and the Puffer, the 1 HP breakpoint, we barely scrape a draw. And go ahead and faint our second highest statted unit. Always an interesting decision. A little mammoth mushroom there, that's never a bad idea, especially if we're going to keep most of these units on the team. And decide, you know what? Probably better to just Seagull mushroom, mammoth mushroom. Now we have permanent 2-2 scaling to the whole team every round. So that's kind of nice. So what do we need on this team? We need Conpito, but not yet. We need Tomato, and we need levels. And that's pretty much it. And then we just need to rearrange things. And you know what? Seagull mammoth mushroom, you just can't go wrong with it. Our seagull probably would have fainted without those mammoths. So very, very good stats. And now we're scaling. So it doesn't feel as bad, like just kind of not doing much every turn, letting the hatching chick do the work for us. In these runs, you'll see I have Fig. Fig was something that I thought was going to be very crucial. You'll see in the bonus clips. I figured, hey, we'll get the Seagull Tardigrade or Seagull Panther set up. We'll get a Fig on the Seagull, and that way we get our snipes going, then we'll just upgrade it to Tomato, and then we just get better snipes. So they reduce our Mammoth to a 1-1 this fight. Pay attention to that, because that's it's going to be a recurring theme here at the end of this run. And yeah, unfortunately the Fig didn't work out how I quite thought. I found it better to use rice on the Seagull up until I put the Tomato. That way you can use the rice as extra gold generation for buy-sell pets, right? Buy a mongoose, buy a stingray, sell it off, buy a cockatoo, buy a zebra. I don't know if there's zebra in this pack, but you know what I'm saying. So there we go, we get the Tomato, and it's kind of perfect because we can get the level up. Level 3 Seagull, Tomato, Tardigrade in the front, Mammoth Mushroom 4th position, that's fine. We don't really care about that. It's just there for the permanent stats anyway. 3 gold and a chocolate, nothing really to throw it on. So yeah, I guess at this point it's probably just worth rolling. And what do you want? You want a Conpito, because every time you faint a Mammoth, the Seagull is going to give a Tomato, or whatever you fill that slot with. So there's 1 tomato, there's 2 tomatoes. There's 3 tomatoes in the face. And there we go. It immediately starts working out great. Figure, okay, well, there's a Conpito showing up in the shop right there. Might as well, right? We got this 1/1 mammoth with a tomato. And we're not going to faint it now, so we could easily find a pill. Ooh, there's another tomato. I'm guessing we're going to throw it. No. So why wouldn't you throw a tomato here? I think it's because we want another transform. The Mosasaurus not doing much for us. It'd be a lot more fun to get something we can use. So yeah, just thinking it out. You know, you could tell the pauses here. It's because I was on a long grind and I really didn't know what to do. And out of nowhere, I just send it. Selling the hatching chick, Conpitoing the alpaca. That's not a move I would do with 9 trophies, 1 heart. We have 3 hearts, so we have a couple losses we can take. And yeah, of course this is going to be a loss. When you got big unit in the back with no other summons or anything, it's almost asking for non-stop draws or losses. Freeze a chocolate. Didn't really know what I wanted here, but the albatross shows up. And even though we lose a seagull trigger, it's kind of perfect. Now we've got a bunch of tomatoes, level 2 albatross, so we just buffed the tomato. So I thought this was a really, really cool kind of extra sauce to put on the team. Not only do we have the albatross, but the alpaca is actually going to make the tardigrade level 3 as well. Really, really cool, I thought, for the end here. And look at this. We sniped the tiger. 16 damage snipes. The turkey is weak, so we can get it with the seagull. And our mantis transformed into the alpaca cleans it up. Let's freaking go. Shout out Snob Golbera. Sorry, that's a tough name to say, man. And let's get into the bonus. So here you go. We level up into a level 2 mantis on turn 14. It's got a ton of stats, almost 50-50. And we Water of Youth into a tardigrade. As you see, there's no seagull on this team. So I got a level 2 panther going as well. Just put the tomato on it. Panther tomato is insanely strong. And because we got the tardigrade now, I'm like, okay, the seagull can come in. We can make something with this run. And that raccoon is like the most devastating. I mean, you never see raccoon. I never see raccoon. I've put it in my packs recently because I'm like, man, you can get some great interactions with this pet. It's really, really cool pet. A lot more fun than like the Jarnook, which just removes perks. And the next battle, we run into it. I mean, credit to them. They are using the old mouse toy. And they've absolutely popped off with it. So, yeah, some of these runs have a lot of hope, but they don't quite get there. And here you go. It's the level 3 Big Panther with the Fig. Of course, we got there with the hatching chick. And look at that ghost kitten. That was just a quick battle there. Gonna quickly be moving on here. This one might frustrate some people because I have a front tardigrade that's being given a banana, so I'm just wasting a bunch of monkeys. Maybe could have won some of these battles that I lost with the monkeys. But the weasel's there as well. The weasel with the extra gold generation just really helps throughout the run, especially with the mushroom on it. And yeah, at this point, just looking for a tomato. I'm assuming at this point I haven't found a tomato. There it is. Finally get it. We also get the level 3 mantis shrimp, which is amazing as well. So I figured this is a great team. Don't have a ton of scaling, but we have abilities. And we keep running into these dang Kraken great ones. And this team wouldn't hurt so bad if we had one of our stronger teams, but our team just didn't have the most stats. And the chili bus just rub it in it. And I mean, oh man, it felt like a combination of like perfect counters to what I was doing. And then just some teams that are like, ooh, this is just, I mean, Big Kabe, right? Big Kabe goes smash. I've had 2 or 3 videos on it, so I can't really get too mad about it. But oh boy, Oh boy. And that's turn 14, right? You run into a big tier 5 unit turn 14. Kind of hurts the soul. I mean, it's expected at this point. The level 3 great ones. I mean, it's just never end. Look at this team. Look how good this team is. I've got scaling set up. It's only turn 12. I've got level 2 on my Seagull and Tardigrade. This run looks amazing. And yeah, we got a win against a good team there. The Frost Wolf, the ailments, I completely forgot. Ailments are very, very common. I think they're one of, if not the strongest synergy in the game right now. And they completely counter everything you're trying to do with the Seagull. So that is probably the most frustrating part about this, is you just constantly run into ailments. So you need to be very strong, kind of like the main run, right? I had 3 or 4 hearts throughout most of the run. I won, what was it, a turn 13 win or so. You just got to win quick. Got to win quick, and you got to be healthy. It's just the nature of the beast right now. So check out this one. Turn 11. This is the long bonus clip. We're going to ride off to the sunset with this, but we're going to hang out for a couple minutes before we do. So we're on turn 11. 4 trophies. 1 heart remaining. It's basically the same setup we've seen in all the bonus clips and even the main run. There's no Mantis, but it's the Seagull Rice, using it as the buy-sell. We have a Tardigrade, we have a Panther, we have a Weasel. So the Weasel's obviously going to go. Everything else is here to stay. We have the Tomato on turn 11, but no more triggers on the Seagull this turn. It's probably best to throw it on the Panther. And is that going to be a 30 damage snipe? No, it's going to be 3 10 damage snipes. So essentially, yes, but better in a sense. Unless we hit a camel or a triceratops or something. Yeah, even skipping on the Mosasaurus, even though I have rice. Very interesting. And look at that big Kabe. They almost got us. Huge draw, huge draw. What can we do here? Well, we can buy, sell an elephant seal for a free little trigger. Free little half mammoth stats on everyone. There's another Tardigrade. Sure, why not? I don't know if I should have bought that Tardigrade now that I'm thinking about it. And please don't buy this Weasel. Yeah, buy, sell the zebra, of course. Still have another Seagull trigger, so maybe that's why I was okay buying the Tardigrade. I realized I had a lot of money in the bank still. And there's a crow. It looks like we're just going to use the chocolate on the Tardigrade, though, which I am not the biggest fan of. Albatross, zebra, cow. I freeze the elephant seal, but not the zebra. Very interesting decision there. I think at this point, I'm just very concerned with getting the mushroom set up in the Seagull. I realize if I don't do that, we're going to run into one of these teams that's just going to dominate us. And those breakpoints were very close there. This run is hanging on by a thread. And I don't know if I realize it. You know, sometimes I'm doing these runs, I'm just playing, I'm vibing out. And sometimes I don't realize I lose until the game over screen comes up. But usually when I'm on 1 heart, I can recognize it, and I'm like, I'm doing the dance. I'm walking the line. Seagull level 3, probably the best thing we could do. Still need a tomato. I think tomato's the best thing we could ask for. Are we really just going to put in a separate Seagull? No, we're going to buy the Stingray. Ooh. A little trigger reset. Then we have 2 rolls to find a tomato. Nope. I guess we do have a couple rolls to find a tomato. And look at that. We roll into oysters. Honestly, so perfect. We have 1 more Seagull trigger left, so I should probably buy an oyster. Why don't I buy an oyster now? Who knows? Who knows what's going on in my brain sometimes? It's actually insane of me to skip out. I saw I had 1 Seagull trigger left, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Why would I do that? Look at this. Oh my gosh, the run barely survives. Oh, it's so scary. It is so scary, but look at that. The tomato shows up. The perfect timing. I'm assuming we're going to get level 3 Seagull. The last slot on the team could be filled with something great, hopefully. Looks like we're skipping on the albatross, so that's not going to come in. The chipmunk, or the weasel, does not have to stay here. Oh, the albatross does come in. Look at that. Pretty cool. So with all that being said, we're going to ride off into the sunset. If you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.